Today I join you with a heavy heart. It's only been a week since we've last been together, but it feels like a lifetime. Over the weekend and in the days since, we've witnessed scene after scene of justified outrage and sorrow over the senseless and inhumane murder of George Floyd. I've stated that while I don't support the destruction that's ravaged our downtown and ravaged other cities, I completely sympathize with the anger and pain that the African American community and indeed our entire country is feeling. So today and every day, I stand in solidarity with the Floyd family and all of those who have suffered injustices as the result of systemic racism. I offer my prayers and hope to his family and to our country. Let's face it, this country has not gotten past the perpetual pain and injustice that systemic racism produces. This racism is so deeply baked into our systems that many don't even see it, except, of course, those who are suffering from it. I'd like to give you an example. Here in Cuyahoga County, we have an infant mortality rate, babies who die before their first birthday, among African American women that is about four times the rate that applies to babies born to white women. That's not due to poverty, it's not due to lack of education. If you take a highly educated African American woman who has a good career, she's still more likely to lose her baby than a poor white woman with a high school education. Those are the facts, that's the data. You can't explain that disparity apart from structural racism. We, the county, we fund, along with the city of Cleveland, an initiative called First Year Cleveland. First Year Cleveland, the work of that organization is to try and fix this terrible disparity. And they're focused on the fact that structural racism is baked into our health system, it's part of our food system, it's basically pervasive. That's structural racism, and it's impacting African American mothers and babies' lives. We're here at the Board of Health. Last week, we heard from Deputy Director Ramona Brazil, who very starkly painted a picture of structural racism. We're seeing it daily in the COVID numbers that Dr. Gullett regularly talks about. It's here and across the country. This virus has revealed even more deeply than before the terrible disparities between care for African American and white people. The numbers don't lie. Structural racism doesn't just harm African Americans. It prevents us as a community from reaching our potential. We must all come together, regardless of race, religion, nationality. All of us must come together to defeat structural racism. I'm working with County Council right now to address this, not just with high-minded aspirational statements, but with practical actions. In the fight against the COVID pandemic, we've already begun. For example, with our increased funding for testing, we're reaching into neighborhoods with less access to health care. The Board of Health and Metro Health have been working with the Word Church, conducting tests in Warrensville Heights, with another set coming to East 55th Street in Cleveland. And our Small Business Stabilization Fund has also been providing a significant boost to minority businesses. But let me tell you, there's a whole lot more that we need to do. You'll be hearing more from me and the county in the coming weeks.